Alright, hello and welcome everyone to the High School Star League. I'm your caster Turbo. Kinda just chilling out, watching some Sunday evening Dota 2. And we're watching a game between Cupertino High School and Eastview High School. Gotta get my notebook, my handy dandy little notebook, because I have some information for you. This is a game between Eastview High School and Cupertino High School. Eastview, their lineup is Muta, who plays the first position, the carry. Puppy plays second position, so mid, I believe. Neko plays off lane. Loaf is the captain of the team. He plays forward position. And low-key BM, who I believe is Hot Cheetahs, plays fifth position, so support. On Cupertino High School, we have Soul playing first position. I believe that is the guy who says, "Don't be stupid." That's a quote from me. Sane plays second position, so mid. Rune is the captain and off lane for the team. Stormy WT plays fourth position, and Caleb's Biker Scrubs, who might be replaced by a stand-in, is the fifth position. A little bit of trivia for you: Rune and Stormy WT are twin brothers, and they play together. I assume that they have mind meld of some sort. Yeah, they got mind meld. Just gonna change some stream settings.
5 seconds remaining.
Okay. So we got all those little things out of the way. You know all the information about the teams. What you may not know about me is I am Turbo, with the nickname DAS Turbo. You can find me on Twitter. You can follow me, look at pictures of me, of my dog, all that good stuff. Getting into the draft, we have Eastview High School picking up Vengeful Spirit and Sniper as their first picks. Very standard picks there for any scene, I believe. As Cupertino gonna pick up the Jakiro and Clockwork. Jakiro has been kind of out of vogue for a little bit of time. But he's making a bit of a comeback in what I've seen. I've seen some people drafting him, which is nice. He kind of lends himself to that push strat, and then Clockwork works well against Sniper, I suppose. You can just hook him, and then he doesn't get to stand back from the enemy as far as he would like. Although with Vengeful Spirit on their team,
5 seconds remaining.
I assume that Venge, if their support Venge play is on point, then they won't have to worry about that so much. He just swaps Sniper out of the cogs, and then he's good. Cupertino gonna ban Axe, Silencer, Standard. Silencer's just annoying to play against. We don't see a lot of teams pick him. I think we see Alliance pick him a little bit. Ancient Apparition third ban, indicative of, well, that they don't want to face against a push strat. Well, not that they want to face against a push strat, but that they might be themselves picking a push lineup, a push-oriented lineup, and Ancient Apparition, very, very handy at dealing with those. Tidehunter is going to be their fourth ban. Nothing much there. He has really low win rate this patch, I think. He's kind of gone out of meta.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, he doesn't have a good win rate. I think teams have just kind of learned to play against him. And they're not all too phased by that Tidehunter anymore, although his Ravage is still very potent. Still makes him worthy of a pick and ban, but teams not knowing how to play him correctly. Who knows? Eastview gonna ban out the Scarith Mage and Storm Spirit. Just gonna check that everything's working on the stream. Alright, cool. Storm Spirit and Scarith Mage gonna be the last two bans for Eastview. They also banned Troll Warlord, not surprising in the least, and Faceless Void. I saw that ban a few times. Casted a series between Signature Trust and 5EVA, Miracle's new team, and I believe that Faceless Void was banned out almost every single game. Against Polo-san, I believe. That's a hero that you usually want to ban. We'll pick up the Witch Doctor as a third pick.
10 seconds remaining.
Witch Doctor works well with Vengeful Spirit. They have a lot of kill potential in that lane. He has good base damage, and I assume that Sniper will be mid, but it could be a tri-lane Sniper. I don't like it that much. I think he needs to be put mid, get those levels. Dazzle will be the third pick for Cupertino, as, I guess that makes sense given their Ancient Apparition ban. They don't want something that'll get rid of all their heals and stuff. It would be annoying to play against, and it does fit into their push strat where you see Dazzle has that that little weave ability, which is pretty good.
Reserve time.
Weave, good spell. Especially for physical damage. Lots of physical damage on the side of Eastview. Vengeful Spirit, minus armor. Sniper does good physical. And Witch Doctor's ultimate, I believe, is physical as well. Yeah, Death Ward's physical. So, overall, physical damage-based lineup, as there will be a Batrider pick. I don't really see anybody here for Cupertino that Batrider, like, instantly, I want to lasso that guy. As I assume the carry and the mid have to be next. I think this will be support Jakiro, unless they want to go like last patch strats and get and have like a farming Jakiro.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Phantom Assassin. I think that'll be the hero that you usually want to lasso. In this, she's not particularly elusive in this draft. I honestly don't. I don't like her here that much.
10 seconds.
I mean, I guess she synergizes okay with Dazzle.
5 seconds.
She works well with Dazzle because Dazzle can just grave her from long distance and you're fine, and of course she outputs physical damage, so synergizes well with Weave, but she gets focused down by Batrider and Sniper and Witch Doctor and Vengeful Spirit. She'll get focused down by them really easily if this Batrider's on point with his lassos. And honestly, doesn't fit too well into the push strat that I see. Maybe not what they're going for, and I'm totally incorrect, but that's what I thought they were edging for.
Reserve time.
Queen of Pain gonna be the 5th ban for Eastview. as... Oh, that would be some good magical. I mean, magical and pure, they're pretty squishy supports for East View, and Sniper can be blown up fairly easily, especially since we see Mask of Madness so prevalent on that hero. So he can be blown up fairly quickly if he's caught off guard with his Mask of Madness on. Fifth ban from Cupertino, I think we'll see probably like a hard carry ban, like Razor, Viper would be good here for East View, I think, in just the farming position. Shadow Fiend still in the pool, he's always good. Doom, huh? That would be a really greedy pick. I don't think that's what they're going for in this situation, but we will see as the fifth pick is quickly approaching for Eastview High School. They have all the time in the world, however. They have a minute left on their reserve time. I feel like they won't need that much. It looks like they have a plan in store, whereas
10 seconds.
I don't really see anything big coming together for Cupertino. I just kind of see like maybe these are heroes that they're all very comfortable on, but
Reserve time.
I am not sure. By the way, while I'm here, might as well plug some of my stuff. I recently did an article for 2p.com. You can go there and read. It's all about the offlane, who's strongest, who's the best players. It's got input by MJW. He is currently on Team E-Hug. He and his team should be going to Malaysia right now, so hype. I wish them the best of luck in that. It has Arise, who formerly stood in for Team Tinker among other teams. Brax, currently playing for Summer's Rift, Champions of Summoner's Rift, whatever you want to call them. Previously on LGD Int and other notable teams such as Navi US. And finally, input by the wonderful Jenkins Dota, who was very gracious. He plays for Team Leviathan right now. And all around a great guy. So if you want to learn about the offlane, that's the option. Fifth picks for both teams going to be Morphling. That's going to be Carry Morphling, obviously. And Sane, who is the mid player, will be on that Invoker. So let's get underway. Let's see what... Ooh, they have techies. Alright, we have... Let's go over the lineups for Cupertino. We have Sane playing the Invoker, Stormy WT on the Clockwork, Don't Be Stupid, who I assume is Soul because he's a carry player. Soul going to be playing that Phantom Assassin. 1 second, my dog. Hey, Lily, why are you barking? Come on. Lay down. Lay down. Good dog. Good dog. There's your glimpse into my world. My dog's barking. Alright, where were we? Rune is going to be playing that Dazzle, picking up an early Smoke. And finally, Jakiro going to be played by D. Doan. On the Radiant side, we have Neko, who already used Firefly, maybe a bit preemptively. Won't be able to get to the high ground with that. Playing that Batrider Puppy on the mid lane Sniper. Hot Cheetahs on the Witch Doctor. Muta gonna be Playing that carry Morphling, already using up all of his mana, spots out Stormy, placing that ward there. And finally, Loaf, who has sentries and will quickly deward this, playing the support Vengeful Spirit. Something I'd like to point out here, often we see, obviously Morphling doesn't have great starting damage, so we see people pick Morph Agility Gain first, and then Morph Agility, as the ability implies, but usually they do it in base. So as to preserve their mana. In this situation, Muta now has half of his mana pool, as there's a little skirmish breaking out in the top rune spot. PA taking a lot of damage as she picks up the bounty rune. Morphling gets the second one on the bottom lane. Batrider running away, he's going to take some damage to the face. D-Dawn also going to take some damage. Looks like he will be just supporting. They see this ward placement as well. Looks like Clockwork has not skilled anything first. I think it's safe to say that you should always go Cogs first unless you're in a solo lane. We'll take a we'll come back to that. On top, I believe the Neko should have a pretty easy time here. He won't have to worry. There isn't a whole lot of kill potential in Rune and Dito, and they have a lot of slow, and they will likely try to push this tower very quickly, but it means the PA will often, will usually get behind and farm, I think, as there's a ward placement here. Does block that camp. One sentry available for Rune. Let's see if he gets it. Oh, there's two. Okay, I just realized that I forgot to switch the HUD. I fixed it. Thank you. Thank you, Crash. I fixed it. It's my first time with these HUDs, or these overlays, so forgive me. We see Sane going to be going for the Quaswex Invoker, as Neko and Stormy getting a lot of XP in this bottom lane. They're not being zoned out. The Witch Doctor was top until now. Looks like they might try and make it go. And they didn't even deward this camp. I believe the Morphling saw this ward placed, as it looks like Stormy will be gone on the bottom lane. Cask bounces. It will bounce back to him. The stun is stacked by the Vengeful Spirit. Waveform forward by Muta, and he will get first blood for that Morphling. That's a really great way to start. I mean, you want to get all the gold you can. And I believe this was also mentioned in the offlane article. You usually don't want to die when you're in the offlane. Breaking new information, as it looks like Clockwork and a Fire Rocket gonna scout out Loaf there, but he doesn't have the vision available to him for much longer. Looks like Neko did take some damage here on the top lane. Picks up a wand for himself, magic stick for himself, and a TP scroll. As pings everywhere from Don't Be Stupid. Clockwork has got level 3. Surprised he didn't use Cogs there. I think that probably would have saved his life in that mid lane. This puppy is losing mid pretty hard. Not that you can blame him for that. Invoker with Quaswex, usually going to be pretty strong, especially with these early forward spirits. Double damage rune pinged out. Both teams see it. Neither team going for it. Puppy wants to stay here in lane, get his bottle. He's got Wraithband available to him on the courier, as Clockwork will go and get that double damage rune. It looks like Venge will be walking up the hill to greet him, although I don't think that they'll be able to get this kill. Hot Cheetahs following in close pursuit. Neko gonna take some harass here on the top lane. Let's just check out the hero levels for the supports. We got right down here, everybody's level 2. Offlaners both level 3. No surprise here. As actually, yeah. Okay, everything's fine. Everything's going exactly as you would expect. Although Batrider does not have his death to his name. He's got the same... He had to go back to base, actually, so... Not surprising that he's a little bit low on XP when compared to the Clockwork. Well, they're about the same, but, you know. Hot Cheetah's going to make a rotation here onto the Invoker. There's going to be a cask thrown out. Slow comes out from the Sniper as well, but it looks like Sane will avoid this gank. Very good positioning. I assume that this was pinged out by his teammates. Obviously, Stormy would notice, hey, the supports that were wrecking me a second ago aren't here. Loaf going to pick up that bounty rune here. As Hot Cheetos will get an Invis rune. Maybe they can go back and try and make a gank happen again. Who knows? Invisibility. Rune going to harass Neko some more. They did manage to de-ward this pole camp. Pole coming out. Just going to get that extra XP for the Jakiro, as Neko going to take some creeps here. Going to pull them out to the side of the lane, but he's a little bit early. Can't get that, as looks like it. Witch Doctor actually managed to get a kill on the Invoker. Well, Sniper got the kill on Invoker. Invoker got a kill on the Witch Doctor. Still, that's a good trade. It'll slow down Invoker's gloves, what am I saying, Hanamitis, pretty significantly. He's already on his way to that, though. But this will allow Sniper good time to catch up. He buys himself treads before buying himself full Basilius, or full Aquila. Venge does have money to buy herself a pair of boots, as Hot Cheetah is going to teleport to the top lane, throw out a cask onto Rune and Doan. They're going to get bounced together, as Rune will be forced to use the Grave on himself. Looks like Hot Cheetahs will die here. Sunstrike not going to be necessary, as Neko will clean up the Dazzle on the side. Neko will be able to get down to the low ground before the Firefly runs out, so that's a pretty good trade for him. Witch Doctor now dying twice in the early game, but he's got 3 assists. Doing pretty good for himself, as Clockwork will die to Morphling on the bottom lane here. I'm missing kills everywhere. First game of the day. I was playing Knights of the Old Republic all day. Forgive me. Loaf gonna make a rotation here to the bottom lane. There's a regen rune that it looks like he will be taking. Midas Watch. For the Invoker, he's 400 gold away, so he's getting close. Neko being very liberal with his Firefly use here. He is enough to get him two Tranquil Boots, but of course he can't purchase that from the side shop. It'll have to be from the, you know, the usual. The base. Dire Observer Ward did spot out the rotation from Hot Cheetahs, as Batrider going to teleport back to base, buy himself Tranquil Boots. No stacks in the jungle for him just yet. There can be one from Loaf here, as it looks like he's going to stack this big camp. This one's stacked as well. Muta is doing really well in CS on his bottom lane. Gotta commend him here. His ability to last hit creeps is off the charts, as it looks like he may be going for a Midas of his own. That would be interesting. I'm not a fan of the Midas Morphling myself, but if you can get away with it, hey, why not? There's already going to be a Midas on the Invoker, so you got to catch up. Meanwhile, Don't Be Stupid has gone for the no boots Ring of Health build. He's got a Poor Man Shield and a Quelling Blade. No boots. Boots overrated. He has missed quite a few last hits. He's sitting at 31 as compared to the Morphling's 52. He's going for a Battle Fury on that PA, though. That'll increase his farm significantly as soon as he's able to get it. Although I assume that as soon as Neko gets a Blink Dagger, his first priority target will be either the Invoker or the Phantom Assassin. The Phantom Assassin will be much easier to track down and locate. Puppy in the mid lane, of course, kind of fallen behind in the Invoker, but that kill did help him do a lot better in the lane. He's going to have a Ring of Aquila if he chooses to get it, although the Morphling does already have one, so maybe that's why he's not choosing to get one. 2,200 gold for the Morphling, maybe indicating that he doesn't want to get a Hanamitis, he just wants to rush something. I hope it's an Ethereal Blade, because I want to see shotguns everywhere. I hope it's a shotgun. I pray to God it's a shotgun. It's Phantom Assassin. Here's my calls. Buys herself Power Treads. Invoker purchases a Midas, gonna use it on that creep camp immediately. 8-minute Midas, pretty good timing, especially considering that he had 1 death to his name. Taking a quick look at the supports, we see that Loaf level 4, Jakiro also level 4, as this is going to be dewarded very quickly as soon as they see that that's the case. Dazzle level 4, Jakiro also level 4. Where's the Witch Doctor? Witch Doctor is in the off lane, he's at level 3, so he's doing a little bit worse for wear than the other people on the map. Currently sitting at the lowest level as Morphling and Sniper out-leveling the PA, who is at level 7. Not to be unexpected, considering that Morphling has been pretty much solo in this lane. Gonna be a rotation from the Dazzle to bottom lane. Not gonna be a huge problem for Muta here as he picks himself up a Yasha. And there will be a pause as Batrider disconnects. And yes, I did get your messages to turn off the HUD, but obviously 2-minute delay on the stream, so I wouldn't have found out until later. Or you wouldn't have found out that I knew until later. I changed it. See, you were all just pestering me for no reason. Anyway, Muta picked up a Yasha early. He can go for either a... He can go for... Whoa! He's already going on to Rune. He'll pick up an easy kill on the Dazzle. His Clockwork will activate the Battery Assault, but it won't do anything but tickle the Morphling. Morphling already on a killing spree. That is not what you want if you're Cupertino here. Already a huge start for this Morphling, and the Yasha... I still think Yasha into Ethereal Blade would be best. I'm not a fan of the Lincoln Sphere. I think there's too much to break Lincoln Sphere on this dire team. As Puppy activates himself a Haste Rune. God, this Morphling. 73 CS. I'm pretty sure that's almost perfect CS for Muta here. Freaking 7k plays here. As he picks up a Bounty Rune for himself as well. And he buys a bottle. I think that's pretty good. Just sustain yourself between waves if you take damage. And of course, if there's a double damage rune that spawns, he can bottle that up. Delicious double damage. Invoker gonna go into the jungle, use that Midas, kill creeps. He's got 4 points in the Quas, 4 points in Wex. He's gonna start hitting pretty hard. His levels will be accelerated thanks to the Midas. And he's got those nice Forge Spirits. Those look nice. That's cool. What are those? Infernus. Dang, man, trade those to me. Muta has a replicate of the Vengeful Spirit here in the bottom lane, hiding out in the trees in case he gets initiated on. Turns on, hasn't turned on the Ring of Aquila actually, never mind, my bad. As it looks like Vengeful Spirit going to be getting close to that level 6. As soon as she hits level 6, she'll be able to save Morphling from all kinds of bad things. Morphling will bring down this tower with relative ease as soon as this next creep wave comes. Hot Cheetah sitting at level 4. Taking a quick look at the Sniper, already picked himself up a Mask of Madness as the Batrider buys himself a Blink Dagger, a Magic Wand, a Town Portal Scroll, and a Smoke of Deceit. Muta takes the last hit on that tower in the bottom lane as it looks like Vengeful Spirit going to teleport to the bottom lane. Going to help out the Witch Doctor here. One thing I think is interesting here, we see D-Doan going for that 1-2-2 build as Batrider disconnects again. Oh boy. Where's Batrider anyway? Okay. So we see Batrider going to the top lane, most likely going to look for a kill on the PA. Hope this doesn't keep happening yet. You and me both. It will be a bit of a difficult kill as it looks like. Don't Be Stupid is going for 2 points in the Blur, and he's got 4 points Stifling Dagger, 1 in Phantom Strike. And if he gets those coup de grace big crits. He'll be getting all the kills. So it can be turned around. There can be a rotation in from the Invoker who's going for that Yule Scepter. Yule Scepter first. I feel like that's more of a pub thing that I see. I don't see that a whole lot in pro games, but if you can get it quick, it's similar to like the Shadow Fiend duels. If you can get it quick and you know what you're doing, you can just blow people up. He's already got 1 point in Wex, so he can do the big, you know, Yule Scepter, Deafening Blast, Sunstrike, and Meteor. That big meatball. So he is something to be feared. It looks like Puppy will also be rotating here. This ward's still not dewarded on the Radiant side, or by the Dire side. Radiant ward. It should be dewarded soon. 4 points in Shrapnel for Puppy. He's got 3 intake aim. This is the standard that we see. Clockwork does not have any mana. He's bringing a Clarity out to himself pretty soon. Cupertino High School still don't have Flying Courier. They have the money to do so on their Dazzle and on the Jakiro, who is just stockpiling gold. Whereas Eastview do. Something to note there. Just a little bit more priority on keeping the... Oh no. Bit more don't be drawing that on the minimap. Don't do that. This is a Christian stream. Don't. Where do you take a 6 ship, says Puppy? Oh god. No. No! No! Still waiting on this Bat Rider. But as I was saying a long time ago, seems like forever ago. But, oh god, that God's Enchantress, no. Jakiro has not been putting as much pressure on this tower as I would expect. Whoa. Muta has that godlike compendium gem. But yeah, this tower has not been taking a lot of damage, whereas you see Muta has been able to take down the tier 1 tower bottom fairly quickly. Just taking a quick look at net worth. Obviously, Muta coming out ahead there. Let's take a quick look, yeah. Stormy WT going for a fairly standard skill build. You get Battery Salt first and then 1 in everything else. Gonna go for Phase Boots first. I haven't seen that in a while. I think that's pretty common for offlane Clockwork. We just haven't seen a lot of offlane Clockwork. Welcome to the amusement park. That's funny on its own. And oh boy. Oh boy, that's a bad effigy if I could. Okay. Not a fan of that one. Please. Yeah, really, I don't see anything in this game to complain about. Besides the Phantom Assassin missing a few CS here and there, things are going pretty well for both teams. Besides the obvious disconnect of the Batrider, he's got a smoke for himself. I assume that they'll get to this tower and then they'll smoke. They'll get to the tower and then they'll smoke, and probably go for that kill. Sniper's going to be coming up here. Although, actually, if they see Sniper making that rotation, then I believe there'll be 3 more minutes. Jeez. I think, in the interest of my voice, I'm just going to put music on. Hope nobody minds. Alright, we made it. Okay, there are pings everywhere. They fill my map and my nightmares as there's a double damage sniper. There's pings everywhere. PA's gonna initiate onto him. Batrider will jump in, get the lasso, but the grave comes out onto PA. Looks like he will probably die here. Yes, he does to the stun from the Venge. Stormy WT misses his hook. Sane gonna be brought down as well. It looks like no. Puppy gets caught in the cogs. Gonna be brought down by Clockwork. but the Invoker still dies. Stormy WT might be brought down as well, but it looks like he'll be fine. A 1-for-3 trade is the end, as the gold goes firmly in favor of Eastview High School. Taking a good win as Neko blinks into trees. Oh boy. Hot Cheetahs didn't even have his ult there. That's pretty crazy when you think about it. They still won that fight.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Swap was
attack.
used by Venge, but it didn't really need to be used, I think. Meanwhile, Morphling getting more and more farm. He's gonna go for a full Manta style, it looks like. Gonna clear up these creeps with his waveform and let them hit the tower. He will have his Manta style in 700 gold. Pretty good. By the way, if you were wondering, the music for this stream is provided by my buddy Sysmix. He's a great musician. He currently, well, he allowed me to use the music for all my streams that I do, and that was very gracious of him. So if you like his music, you can go to his Twitter profile at CYSMIX, or you can go to his Bandcamp and purchase his music. He's a very nice guy. He's very nice for letting me use this, because otherwise my VODs all get copyright stuff on them. And they get muted, which is unfortunate, because then people can't watch them. So, thank you. As Puppy looks like he's going to be hooked on here, he breaks the smoke and continues to walk forward as Puppy gets caught in the cogs. Sunstrike immediately used as Dazzle's going to get that kill on Puppy. Whoo boy, he got blown up. That sniper not doing as well as he would have liked. The Mask of Madness is probably going to lead into a Maelstrom here. More farming as Hot Cheetahs gets 1 point in the Death Ward. That's a good way to start. Good way to start the game. There are good levels on the Radiant supports already. Dazzle is level 6. I just bit my tongue. He picks up Weave level at level 6, which is pretty good. I think that's worth it. As a ward's going to be dropped down by Loaf on this side of the river to watch any rotations from that side of the river. Anything that they might not see, he's got to see it, as Morphling will pick up a full Manta style for himself. That's some serious stuff, as Invoker going to throw out the right clicks, going to be brought down by an errant flame break from the Batrider. That's a good escape by the Ventral Spirit to not let Invoker get away, and also getting a well, also making sure that she didn't feed a kill of her own. Both of these wards going to expire. They were dropped within very close proximity to each other. Time proximity, I don't know what the word for that is. Muta going to be farming up the jungle very efficiently, and he will go down to the bottom rune spot to go check things out. Stormy WT has a hook available. Chikiro pauses the game. Hello to you too, Clockwork. So we'll see if they decide to fight here or not. I think not, seeing as Invoker still very much dead. His Midas is off cooldown. Unfortunate to say the least. Stormy will wisely back up, I think. Muta has chosen... Oh, he gets a double damage rune too. That's huge. That's awesome. Thanks, Volvo. He's got not all of his points into agility, but he's got a fair amount of damage. He's got 1,000. 1,000, as Hot Cheetah will be taking some damage here from Don't Be So Stupid, who will be lassoed. Maybe he's taking Firefly damage, and he's getting stickied by that napalm, and it looks like PA will fall here to the Batrider. That's a solo kill for Neko, who's on a killing spree. That's not what you want as a PA. Of course, you get that kill on the Witch Doctor, but timely rotation from the Batrider, and I think mistake running into the river here. I think he should have just walked up here so that Dazzle could have got close and graved him. But hindsight's 20/20, as Muta and Loaf will go into the Roshan pit alone. That double damage rune is going to help them out immensely. Replicate created, as they don't... Loaf actually purchased arcane boots for himself. Has only 1 point in the Wave of Terror as opposed to the usual 3. That's what I prefer, I think. 3, the minus armor is much better than the little bit of extra damage that you get on that stun. Regardless, Muta will pick up a good little Aegis for himself. He's got 1,500 gold in the bank, and they can choose to do whatever they want at this point. As Neko gonna farm up the jungle, and then he's gonna have a very quick Force Staff. Yeah, he already has it at 17 minutes in. He's up there in terms of farm. He's got 6,300 net worth. Not doing nearly as well as the Morphling of Muta is, but still good, to say the least. They will push this mid tier 1 tower, and it looks like the Dire will not be doing anything about it. They will fortify, but they'll just ping out that tier 1 tower on the top. This is arguably the least important tower in the game, as the tier 1 mid will fall, and that's a lot of map control lost. Invoker will be going for a Force Staff next. Doesn't even have it before the Bat Rider, and they won't even take this tower on the top lane. That's really unfortunate. Pinging out that catapult creep. Catapult, no. Neko will jump forward. He has a Force Staff, gonna drag Don't Be So Stupid away from his team, but the Clockwork gets a hook in on his own teammate. Not a whole lot of coordination coming out as Stormy WT gonna be cast up. Cast bounces to Don't Be So Stupid, but it will end there as Muta gonna be taking a lot of damage. He does have Aegis, however, as Stormy gonna be brought down by the Adaptive Strike. Didon throws down the ultimate from Jakiro, and Muta still going to town on this enemy team. Love gonna be brought down by the Invoker. Muta gets another kill of his own. He's so low, but he just doesn't care because he has the Aegis. Neko gonna chase Don't Be So Stupid, going to try and find a little right click. Not gonna get the crit. Sane gonna take damage from the Morphling and from the sniper assassinate as Neko is dominating. Gets a really well placed kill as Muta still didn't die in that entire fight. That's 5 down for Cupertino High School. This tier 1 tower in the top lane still hasn't fallen. Jeez. This Morphling is just going ham, and Puppy was just unobstructed in that entire fight. He was just right-clicking away with his Mask of Madness, doing all the damage, and that assassinate on the Invoker was huge. I didn't even notice this, but Neko has Dust of Appearance. That's a really smart pickup, just early knowing that Invoker's going to have that extra point in Wex, and that respecting his ability to get it off before he would die. So, pretty good, I would say pretty good. Muta will teleport back to base, leaving a replicate. He will just bottle up. He still has Aegis. He had 4,000 gold on this Morphling. Jeez. It's only 20 minutes in. He's got 12,000 net worth. Invoker will just now pick up a Force Staff. Might have saved his life in that fight, or the life of one of his teammates. Bat Rider does have his ultimate available, but he doesn't have the mana for it. Unfortunate, to say the least. Haste Rune spawns bottom as Loaf. I'm not too sure about this skill build, I mean, the Vengeance Aura max is okay, I just don't like this Magic Missile max. And Arcane Boots first, I think, she doesn't really have that many mana issues, although I think it's more for the benefit of the team, actually. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine to get... I mean, Venge is very flexible. No, don't get me wrong. As Hot Cheetahs and Neko will be spotted out by the Clockwork. He just has enough mana to use his... now he does have mana to use his full combination. Stormy WT will be spotted here by the Bat Rider. Could be jumped on as it will be a lasso. Stormy WT taking a lot of damage. He will be graved, but he has to run back to base immediately. Assassinate going to be used. Will it hit him after the grave? Wow, perfectly timed on the Assassinate. Muta going to be brought down, but that's just the Aegis as Neko jumps in. Didon going to be taking a lot of damage from the Loaf. The Bread Loaf is going ham here as Puppy is still available on the backlines. He has a Maelstrom bot for himself. All 5 survived for Eastview High School. Venge claimed the kill on that tower, and it looks like this game is squarely in the hands of Eastview. Muta is just going ham. I wonder what he'll purchase next. He's got 2 ultimate orbs on the courier, so he's going right into a Scotty. I like that. Just get that extra tankiness. Why not? And he will be, like, pretty much impossible to kill. If he gets a BKB after that, which I don't think should be his choice, but if he gets a BKB after that, he'll be pretty much impossible to kill. Butterfly would also be good, as PA just now picking up a Battle Fury before that fight. Will be a teleport in from Muta, getting all those creeps. Jeez. That's farmed. He's got the full eye of Scotty now. Denies that tower.
Radiant's top
No more
tower
gold
has
for
been
you,
destroyed.
he says. As they let's just take a look at the warding here. Pretty standard wards from the Dire, as they have very defensive placements. Aggressive wards, on the other hand, from East View, they have this one and this one, just to see that high ground and to see the jungle, to see where PA is farming. I mean, I love this ward. It's underrated, man. Underrated. Hachita is going to be going for a Aghanim Scepter. Full 4 staff afforded for the Vengeful Spirit, by the way. Ogre Club on the Witch Doctor. They do have Observer wards available in the base, but neither one of them has enough gold. They will be able to purchase those pretty soon. I assume that they will group up and try to go for a fight here. Muta going to make a copy of the Bat Rider. Maybe you can bait out some spells with that. I think that's the mark of a really good Morphling player, usually. The mark of a good Morphling player, I think, is using your illusions to their full potential, using them to bait out spells. I mean, this is good too, as this Observer Ward will most likely spot out the rotation from the Bat Rider. That fire. Rune gonna be spotted as Sane gets lassoed full range as Stormy WT actually hooks into his teammate. I am not a fan of these hooks this game, as Stormy WT also dies. Don't Be Stupid gets grave, but he's got to retreat immediately. Rune also died, or Rune also at half health as the Jakiro died. I have to say I'm not a fan of the Clockwork in this situation. I don't think there's a whole lot he could be doing, as the Dire team's just spiraling out of control. But these hooks that he has been... I mean, the hooks have just not been on point. He's been blocked by teammates. I don't know what it is. If it's just team positioning themselves incorrectly, or he's just not doing a very good job of it. Whatever it is, the hooks haven't been great, and this Clockwork has had basically zero impact on this game. I'm sad to say, as I love Clockwork more than anything in the world. Puppy gonna be spotted here. He's got a Yasha coming out to himself. He also has an Ogre Club, so he's going for a Sanjin Yasha here. Observer wards coming out for Loaf, I believe. Nope, they're for Hot Cheetahs. Pinging out Roche, it should spawn within 3-4 minutes. 1 to however many. Wraithband dropped for the Sniper to hold all of his items. You gotta have that Town Portal Scroll, and the Ogre Club, of course, is awesome. As Morphling Illusion going to be baiting out here. The Dire did see this. Whether or not they know it's an illusion is questionable. Looks like Don't Be So Stupid. Don't Be Stupid is going to be jumping in on this illusion. They're baiting it out. They're going to try and bait as many spells as they can. He's not juking into trees, so I think they know this is an illusion. The Windrunner emote comes out. I think he was trying to bait them into thinking that that was the real one. You're trying too hard, man.
Middle tower is under attack.
Not the top bait it could have been, as this will be a pretty much full Roshan timer. I don't know why I drew on the map like that. But there will be a long Roshan spawn, as Don't Be Stupid is going to be farming away. He's got 2,100 gold. He can choose to get a BKB. I think that might be his next choice, although there's still a lot of physical damage from the Radiant team. Roshan will respawn in 1 minute and 23 seconds. What's Sniper got? He's got the full Sanjin Yasha coming out to him, as Muta going to be farming up this top lane. He's already back up to 3,000 gold. This is just insane. I don't know what's going on right now. This Morphling is insanely farmed. If I had a stats man with me, I'd be asking what the record for Morphling's farm is in a pro game. This is pretty off the chain, and I don't know what the win rate for Mantis Style Scotty first is, but it's looking pretty good, as it's currently 20-7 here in the Highschool Star Series. If I can speak English, Muta's going to be gone on in the top lane, but he will just replicate out. He's got level 18 already, so he just has that replicate off cooldown whenever he wants, and it lasts forever. The challenge here for Eastview Highschool will be to break the base, I believe, as there is a pretty decent base defense lineup from this Cupertino High School. Stormy WT, just to drive home my point, he's currently sitting at a little bit under. He just hits 3,000 net worth. This isn't what you want as Clockwork, and Clockwork just doesn't come back very well into games. This puppy going to be sitting in the Roshan pit, just scouting out. There will be a flare, and Roshan will respawn now, it looks like. Taking a quick look at the warding from the Radiant side, we have an Observer ward here. Very good placement. Sentry ward also put down. The Dire have no wards available to them, no vision. It's looking bleak as there will be a smoke. They might try to go on Muta. They look very divided as they will be going to the bottom lane, but it looks like everybody's already cleared out. Looking to go find Roche as Purple going to ping that out. Muta making his way down. He's got an Eagle Song. Whether or not that will be an Ethereal Blade or a Butterfly is yet to be seen, as it looks like the next big fight will be here around Oshan to see who will come on top. It's just a matter of time as Hot Cheetah's going to throw out the cask. Puppy going to work on this Roshan. They don't have as much minus armor as they would like or as they could possibly have, as it looks like Sane is just going to teleport back to base. They're just going to let them have this Roshan for free. I don't think that's the play, but I think if they fight outside base, they just lose. Especially, well, I mean, even now, they have Aegis. I think base defense is just going to be really difficult. Second Aegis of the game goes to Eastview at 28 minutes and 40-something seconds, as they will clear out this Ancient stack. Geez, just more economic damage being done by the Radiant side. Push will commence on the bottom lane and the mid lane. All these lanes are just pushed in beyond belief, as Hot Cheetahs is getting really close to his Aghanim Scepter. I don't think they want to wait for any more items. They already have all the items they need. They have a Maelstrom, they have Mask of Madness, they have a Sanjin Yasha. Muta can buy his next item if he wants to. This is just madness, as Muta's just going to go to town. He does not care at all, as there will be a lasso from Neko onto Rune, who will be blown up immediately. The Dazzle is gone. He doesn't have a buyback. Stormy WT going to be taking a lot of damage. The Assassinate not even needed. The Death Ward from the Witch Doctor will bring him down, as he now has enough money for his full Aghanim Scepter. This is pretty crazy. Bottom lane barracks will fall, as Muta is just out of control on this Morphling. He can choose to buy whatever he wants, and I think it doesn't matter. He could buy a, I don't know what he might want to buy that's crazy. His Muta will be cycloned up into the air. He will take the full brunt of the Invoker's combo, but he has Aegis. He doesn't care. He's going to respawn and go right back in, as Don't Be Stupid throws out the daggers. Jeez, it just seems like this PA can't go in. Instead of a BKB, he goes for the Yasha. I think that's going to hurt him in this long run. I mean, not that he would have had gold to afford the BKB yet. Oh, actually, I think he might have. But regardless, I think BKB would serve you in this base defense much better. You need to be able to find your team, as Clockwork looking for a hook angle here. He's behind all of his team as Don't Be Stupid blinks in, gonna take a cask to the face. He's already taking He's already taking hits as Stormy WT calls out the YOLO, gonna take the grave from the Dazzle. Don't Be Stupid taking right clicks, gonna get lassoed. He's evading a lot of these hits, but it looks like he will die. The grave already used on Stormy WT as Rune will fall. This looks like it could be GG for Cupertino High School. Sane gonna force staff away. He's got just a little bit of health left as the Chikiro throws out the Ice Path, and it looks like that will be the end of that engagement, if not the game, for Cupertino High School. They call the GG as exciting game to watch, I think. 24 kills on one side and 7 for the other. Very one-sided as Muta just spiraled out of control on his farm. We will see you next game as we get into Game 2 of a best-of-2 series. Eastview High School wins this one. Once again, I'm your caster Turbo for the High School Star League. I'll be back with you in a short minute. Alright, we're back. After a few server shenanigans, issues, connecting, all that good stuff. Cupertino High School and Eastview High School Game 2 in a Best of 2 series. This is the High School Star League. I'm your caster, Turbo. Oops.
Dire team pick.
Earthshaker is the first pick for Cupertino. Kind of a early Earthshaker, but I like it. I like Earthshaker. Probably best hero in Dota, if I do say so myself. Will my mouth cooperate for this game? No one knows. Axe and Invoker, the bans from Eastview High School. Respect banning that Invoker. I was surprised. They won that game fairly easily, but I guess Invoker was the only hero that did well that game. As Vengeful Spirit and Troll Warlord are going to be the bans from Cupertino High School. Lion first pick. He has a very decent win rate in this patch, and we see him a lot in first stages of bans and picks, which is really surprising. If you told me that like a year ago, I would have said no way. No way that Lion's going to be first pick material. But apparently here we are. He is somehow strong now, as there will be a combination of the Lion and the Juggernaut. Those are kind of the fad picks of this patch. I like it, though. I mean, Juggernaut, I like when he used to be spin to win, not just, hey, let's right-click dudes. Now it's just 1 point in spin, point in healing ward, and then you max crit. I don't like it. I don't like it.
10 seconds remaining.
But who knows? It's not up to me. Volvo, please change him back to a spinner. Second pick coming soon for Cupertino. I believe the last game they took more time to figure out their draft than Eastview did. Sleepy. Why am I sleepy? I napped all day today. That's literally all I did. And, you know what else I did? I finished writing my article for 2p.com, which you can go read now. It's currently on there. It's the first one listed. It's about how you can improve your offlane play. It's got input by Brax, MGW from Team eHug. It's got Jenkins of Team Leviathan, and Arise, who stood in for teams such as Team Tinker. He's a really cool guy. But yeah, you can go read that out if you want to improve as an offlaner. Maybe Stormy WT should read that. Oh, shots fired. No, he had a rough game. Stormy had a very rough game last game. He had an okay time as Clockwork in the offlane. Died once or twice. But his mid-game, the hooks were just not great. As Shadow Shaman going to be the pick for Cupertino. That's a really early Shadow Shaman. Maybe, I mean, that's playing their hand a little bit too quickly. And, I mean, they have a lot of lockdown from their two supports already. They have the Earthshaker and they have the Shadow Shaman. So that's going to be a really difficult tri-lane. But these are greedy supports. Shadow Shaman can harass from lane while Earthshaker pulls, I suppose. But they really both want levels and farm. I suppose they can get it by pushing lanes very early, but that's all dependent on the Shadow Shaman getting quick levels and getting to level 6. And, I mean, we saw last game, I don't think they used that Jakiro to his full potential. As, they didn't even take the tier 1 tower that early. It was denied later on by Morphling, but by that time, all map control had been lost from Cupertino. So, I mean, we'll see if they can execute it this game, but I think based on last game, I wouldn't want to go with a push strat. Maybe this one will go better, but we'll see if they can form a more cohesive strategy. One thing you don't want to do during your drafts is give away stuff too early, whereas like here with the Lion and the Juggernaut, not too much is revealed about the draft. You kind of know that they want to go for a defensive try, but it could change. With Cupertino, you know, it's going to be very greedy, very defensive tri lane. Then they I mean, surprisingly, they banned out Skywrath Mage. I don't know why they banned out Skywrath Mage. I think their support picks are pretty set in stone, unless they want to run like a farming Shadow Shaman. That's weird. That'd be weird.
5 seconds.
I feel like I've seen that before, but I wouldn't be a fan. As Timbersaw and Silence are going to be the bans here. Final ban going to be a Centaur. War Runner would synergize pretty well with the Earthshaker, especially before he gets a Blink Dagger. You can just Centaur War Runner ult in and go. Rubik going to be the second pick from Eastview. Lots of control here from their 2 support picks. They have damage in the Juggernaut. This is a scary tri-lane if I do say so myself. I wouldn't want to be playing in it. I wouldn't want to be playing against it.
Dire team pick.
Tidehunter going to be the 3rd pick from Cupertino. He does pretty well against this tri-lane actually. If he gets yesterday in an in-house, I was with a guy who went Gush level 1 as Tidehunter. If you're watching this cast, I hate you because you shouldn't ever do that. Never. You should always get Anchor Smash and Kraken Shell first. But if he gets those early points in Anchor Smash and Kraken Shell first, he will be able to survive against these heroes pretty well. He can refresh off that the Earth Spike or the Telekinesis. And Lion and Rubik, not high base damage heroes. They don't have high damage spells either. Fade Bolt is okay.
Storm Spirit.
But
Dire team back.
still, Juggernaut's going to be kind of scary to lane against. Although melee heroes against Juggernaut, melee heroes against Tidehunter traditionally don't do too well. So I like this Tide pick here. As Storm Spirit going to be the 4th pick for Cupertino.
10 seconds remaining.
His Sniper will be the last one. It will be the 4th for
5 seconds.
Sniper will be the last one for Eastview. God, my brain is lagging.
Reserve time.
5th ban for Eastview. I think here they'll probably just ban a carry. Storm Spirit most likely going to be the mid laner. Because if they ran that Storm Spirit in a farming position, that would be super greedy. But we will see. We saw that Cupertino went for that Phantom Assassin pick last game. Didn't quite work out. They could try it again. Might work a little bit better here, as they have a lot more control for her. Although the Sniper will still mess with her day. Faceless Void going to be the last ban for Eastview. Fearing that combination of the Faceless Void and the Tidehunter, those big team fight ultimates, would really screw them up. Batrider going to be the last ban for Cupertino. Smart ban. Neko played that Batrider very well last game. Hmm.
10 seconds remaining.
5th ban coming out for Eastview, or 5th pick.
5
Excuse
seconds
me, I don't know
remaining.
where my mind is going right now. Dota's hard, man.
Reserve time.
They will... Doom. Huh.
Radiant team pick.
That's... I mean, they don't have anybody else who really wants to go into jungle. I suppose that when Juggernaut gets his Mask of Madness, if he chooses to go that route, which I assume he will. That's what we see, like, basically every single Juggernaut go for. I'm gonna adjust my microphone here. Get closer to me. Come on. Okay. We see a lot of Juggernauts go for Mask of Madness and then just go straight into the jungle, but
10
I assume
seconds
that they will
remaining.
prioritize Doom's jungle farm, if that is the
5
case.
seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Yeah, he will not have a good time in this offlane, as there will be a final Spectre pick going for that late game. Yeah, we see mid-game focus, I think, from Eastview, and Cupertino are banking on the late game, as we see pretty greedy picks from them. Yeah, it will be a mid-storm against that sniper mid. Once again, guys, this is the High School Star League. I'm your caster Turbo, This is a game between Eastview High School and Cupertino High School. Don't worry, I'll remember the overlay this time. It's my first time casting with the overlays on. Just waiting on this final pick
10
for the
seconds
Juggernaut. Come on, buddy, do it.
5 seconds.
Okay,
remaining.
we made it. Honestly, I'm gonna leave the in-game overlay off. I think it's distracting. And again, as somebody pointed out in the chat, you can't see the levels and experience or anything. I think until we get a updated version of that, I will choose not to use it. Also, it doesn't have any... Yeah, as far as I can tell, it doesn't have any information about sponsors or anything on it. You do see... Oh, it does. God. I don't know. I'm gonna say no. I really don't. I will ask somebody and find out if I have to use it. Okay, I got the go-ahead from the peeps at HSL. I don't have to use the overlay in-game. Evil Genius's HUD. I want that. I have that one, but I chose... I like to use the default one for games that I'm casting. Alright, looks like we'll be getting underway. Just going through the lineups. We have Rune, the drafter for this team, playing the Shadow Shaman. Don't Be Stupid, playing the Spectre. Stormy WT on the Earthshaker. He's been relegated to support this game after a not-so-great Clockwork game in the off-lane. D. Doan playing the Tidehunter. He's going for a Stout Shield. I'll discuss that later. Sane going to be playing the mid Storm Spirit, as Neko will be heading down mid. He doesn't have a ward, as he's playing that Doom. Loaf will be on the support Rubik. Puppy on the Sniper. Muto will be playing that Juggernaut. He got immense farm last game. And Hot Cheetah is going to be playing the that Lion, as it looks like there might be dual lanes here from Eastview. Okay, so I'll discuss this briefly. The Stout Shield on Tidehunter. This is actually a really horrible thing to buy for Tide. I think you always want to go boots first. One, because Kraken Shell, Stout Shield actually hurts your Kraken Shell because it blocks damage, and then it makes it take longer for your Kraken Shell to proc, and that ends up hurting you, as he did not go into the jungle to place a ward either. That's a mistake if that's a mistake too. But also, I think you want boots like every single time. As Neko will pick up this bounty rune, and Hot Cheetahs actually gets the bounty rune for the top lane. Early lead for Eastview as they get both bounties, and it looks like Puppy will go back to block the wave. He'll have a slight advantage over the Storm Spirit in this instance. Already skilling up that Shrapnel first. It'll be basically even in the mid lane. As Neko and Loaf, I have not seen this dual lane been run ever. It'll be interesting to see if it works out against a tri-lane. As we see Rune going for... He hasn't skilled anything first, and Don't Be Stupid has also chosen not to skill anything. As Neko gets a first point in Devour, that's pretty greedy. As Rubik's going to be denying creeps here. Hot Cheetahs will be zoning out the Tidehunter here. The Stout Shield will help him somewhat, but I don't know. I don't think that's worth it. Hot Cheetahs does have a sentry ward here. I believe that he will be putting that down pretty soon as there's a little skirmish going mid. Nope. There's a mid, I mean bottom. Looking at CS, it's Storm Spirit coming out on top here. We saw this last game. Sane came out on top in his with his Invoker play, but the Sniper, a little more aided by his team, was able to get more, as it looks like Doom is out CSing the Spectre here in a dual lane versus a tri lane. I don't think this should ever happen, but I mean, we'll see. Pole's gonna go down, as it looks like Eastview chose to establish vision for themselves instead of blocking that creep camp. There was a ward dropped down by, I think this might actually block that camp. Might not. Actually, well, obviously the fact that the camp spawned is a testament to the fact that it isn't. As Neko devoured an ice armor creep, that's pretty handy. The extra armor will be very nice for him, and it's a pretty low mana cost ability. He's got boot first. He knows what's up. Juggernaut gonna be CSing perfectly in this lane. Yeah, it's 12 minutes and he's got 14 last hits. That's perfect. Muta has been really on point, especially against a Tidehunter who's level 2. Did he get stats? No, he gets the point in Kraken Shell. Good. Loaf is gonna go get that double damage rune in the bottom lane, as let's check out Storm and Sniper. Sniper will be CSing pretty well, not as well as the Storm Spirit, that's expected. Storm Spirit going for the 1 point in Static Remnant, 1 point in Vortex, and 2 in Overload. He'll be maxing Overload, as he is going to be Bottle Crowing. That's interesting. Messing around with the bottle a little bit. Oh, I missed First Blood! Oh, Loaf and Neko both going to go down. I was looking at this dude fiddling with his bottle and I missed it. Ugh. Not a good way to start game 2. Oh well. What happens happens. Still, that's not good for the dual lane. I think that in this situation, Loaf should just go top and leave Neko to himself. He's already at level 2. He should be fine in this lane, I think. He's got a good start, and he can always go to the jungle if he falls on hard times. Getting good CS here. As ward dropped down by Rune. This was spotted by Eastview. They don't have anything to de-ward it just yet, I believe. Nope. Both of their sentries. Nope, sentry's still available here for this ward. Should be gone by now, I think. Muta missed the last hit. Oh boy. Puppy catching up pretty well in CS here. He is choosing. He will probably get a Ring of Aquila. Misses a CS there. But he will most likely get a Ring of Aquila this game. He didn't last game. As Storm Spirit goes find himself an Invis rune, has a full null talisman, as Muta will go to town on this tier 1 tower top. Tier 1 tower top, that's a tongue twister. He's got 1 point in the Blade Fury and 1 point in Blade Dance. Looking at his stats, I believe that he has 1 in stats. Maybe should put 1 in the healing ward, as Tidehunter won't be able to do anything against his push. Juggernaut will destroy the tower, getting more delicious gold for himself. Can use a salve on himself, but he's got a Tango in his inventory. Full phase boots purchased, as we see Stormy WT and Rune gonna wrap around for a smoke gank on this Sniper. He is most likely dead right now. Storm does have Zip now. This is a perfectly timed gank, as Puppy does have Assassinate, but it looks like he will be the one getting assassinated here. Gets pulled back. Stormy WT actually misses with the fissure, but it looks like it won't matter, as there's actually a simultaneous smoke gank coming in from the Dire, as Hot Cheetahs throws out the Impale, but doesn't actually find anybody. Rune dies and buys back. That's such a rage buyback if I ever saw one. Sane zipping away. It looks like he will be able to get away from this, as Rune comes in, throws an Ether Shock. Stormy WT did survive there. Just a little bit mistimed from Eastview, as they miss a good counter gank opportunity. They don't manage to save the Sniper. Unfortunate to say the least. He will TP back into base. In the meantime, Neko has been left solo against Don't Be Stupid. He is He has caught up in CS very well after a pretty bad start in this lane. And we see Neko doing well as expected. Puppy gonna be gone on again by the Storm Spirit, and the Shadow Shamanist Hot Cheetahs actually has a double damage rune. He's gonna actually doesn't use the Impale. He uses, I think if he used Spike there, I think he gets that kill. But he will soak XP in this lane for now. Sniper not having a good time. Can't teleport back into lane. I believe the one bright spot for Eastview High School in this game that is 4-1. They do have an insanely well-farmed Juggernaut. He's got 3 points in the Blade Dance and 1 point in the Blade Fury. And they have a decently well-farming Doom. Scratch that, he's got a Hand of Midas recipe already in his inventory. So, I'd say this is an okay... This is okay for Eastview, as they will send Puppy into the jungle to clear this camp. Or not? Nope, they will not. I was mistaken, as it looks like they did drop down a ward here, as Sane will be hexed. He's turned into a frog, and then immediately, I'm out of here, dude. Juggernaut pushing, he's farming with impunity here, as Tidehunter has not been stacking the Ancients for himself. He will have a hard time catching up to the farm of his off-lane opponent. It'll be tough. I mean, it's really tough for Tidehunter to have an impact on the game if he doesn't get that quick Blink Dagger. If he chooses to get the Arcane Boots upgrade, I think D-Doan could be in for a very rough game here, as Sane will teleport back into the mid lane after going back to base. As I pointed out, entire ward dropped here just to see rotations across the river. They see Rune here. He is level 6 actually. He's been getting a lot out of these ganks. Spectre does have the ultimate, gone for Spectral Dagger first. I believe when I watched Signature Trust play against 5EVA, we saw Spectre go for full points in Spectral Dagger and then none in the Dispersion, and then full Desolate. Bit of a difference there. Yeah, D-Doan does go for that. Does go for the Arcane Boots just as Doom picks up the Hand of Midas. So gonna be a rough game for him, as it looks like Lion gonna be sitting on the high ground here. Will spot the rotation of Rune and Sane. Doesn't see the smoke just yet. Oh, yeah, they saw it. Muta goes back. Will break the smoke of Rune, but he should be okay. He has 1 point in the Blade Fury, so he has magic immunity, just in case Doan decides to use the Ravage. So this frees up space around the map for Puppy, as Stormy WT going to be taking experience mid. Experience. Sane's going to teleport back in. He's going to have... He is actually... Checking out net worth. He's behind the Juggernaut, so he will have a very well-timed Orchid if he chooses to go for that route. I think that's the best option here. Can use it on the Doom before he gets any of his spells off. Can use it on the Juggernaut before he uses Blade Fury. All that good stuff. Neko with a very well-timed Hand of Midas. Nothing to fear here. I'm really surprised that Rune has not decided to make a rotation to a lane. I think, in my opinion, as soon as you get the Mass Serpent Ward off cooldown, you should look for an opportunity to use it somewhere, whether it be for a kill or just to take a tower. The uptime on that spell is invaluable. As we see, the offlane Doom is the second highest farming hero for the Dire, now the second highest in the game, eclipsing the farm of the mid Storm Spirit. There will be a bounty rune picked up for Shadow Shaman. There's an Invis rune bottom, as Stormy WT continues to pull, trying to get the creep equilibrium in favor of Spectre, who farming very well, going straight for a relic instead of we see some Spectres go for the Slasher's Way, get the urn first into a drums. You can skip the drums if you like, but I think the urn allows her to be a little more tanky, a little bit more engaged in team fights, as there will be a rotation down from Hot Cheetah. He does have the Finger of Death, as there is a kill on the Juggernaut, who was farming up a camp stack here. I'm just missing kills all over the place. Mass Serpent Wards was used to get that kill. I think worth it, as there is a go on to Don't Be Stupid. Doom not even used. or needed, as Neko's gonna tank hits from the tower, but he should be fine. Salve given to him by the Lion. That's a well-timed gank and a revenge on the carry of Cupertino High School in exchange for their carry, as they looks like Juggernaut's going back for a ring of a kill of his own. Purchases a TP scroll, will teleport top to get more of that sweet, sweet farm. Tide Hunter is getting close to a Blink Dagger. He hasn't used Ravage yet. I think that's another one of those spells where you want to use it as soon as it's off cooldown in the first couple of minutes, even if it's just for a solo kill. I think that's worth it in that situation. These pauses, yeah. Yeah. Ugh, my voice. This is a game that could go the distance if Eastview. If Eastview aren't able to break the base by like maybe, I don't know, like 40-50 minutes, I think they're in dire straits. The Spectre will get out of control, the Tidehunter will get a double Ravage, Storm Spirit will start to ball out of control, literally. It's going to be rough if they can't end this game relatively quickly, as there will be a group up from Rune and Sane, but they don't have the Mass Serpent Wards off cooldown, so they won't be able to take the tower if that's their goal. There was a ward dropped here by the Shadow Shaman, and it was most certainly spotted out by the Dire. Whether or not they have the Sentry Wards to get rid of it is up for debate. Double damage spawns at the bot Rune spot, and it looks like Spectre will be there to pick it up. Neko gonna teleport down, can use his Midas. He's going straight for an Aghanim Scepter, not even getting a Blink Dagger. That's crazy. That's crazy talk. As Spectre will actually ignore the double damage Rune and will go straight back to bottom. Stormy WT missing another fissure. I think we're in for another game of missed spells, boys. Yeah, going for Aghanim Scepter even before boots. This is going to be hell for any of the other supports, for any of the heroes on Cupertino. Although whether or not it'll pay off, up for debate. As Rune and Stormy gonna circle back around. Loaf is here with Neko, however. He does not have Spell Steal, actually. Taking a quick look at levels. Earth Shaker actually is level 5, and Rubik is level 4. This Rubik is really far behind already. Not what you want for Rubik, so he will stand behind the offlane Doom and just get a little bit more XP for himself. Puppy, he's going for drums first as opposed to last game, where we saw... actually, we see Don't Be So Stupid gets caught out on the back end. He uses the... Actually, Rune gonna be caught with a Doom, and that should be his death. Stormy WT can deny him if he wants. Might be able to get it. Yes, he will get the deny off. Muta comes in, actually, and gets the kill on the Spectre. Assassinate gonna hit the Earthshaker as the Ravage is let loose, but just a little bit too late. Muta brought down low. He has a Mask of Madness available in a little bit. Sane gonna be brought as well by Puppy. Well placed. Impale by Hot Cheetahs as this bottom tier 1 tower will most likely fall. Muta uses that salve for himself and gonna run forward with the Mask of Madness and clear up this creep wave. He also has the ice armor on him. That's a